Welcome to another episode of Two Idahoan Potato Farmers.
Two Idahoan Potato Farmers!
Today is actually a very special episode because besides the founding members, we have a stray cat, if you will, has followed us into the studio. And if you know him, I feel like it's a very apt description. Our friend, quote unquote, Erik Sirke is here today. Why don't you say hi to the... I was going to say dozen, but even that sounded like I was really highballing.
It's just Phil.
Yeah, to Phil. Say hi to Phil.
Meow.
Oh, God.
Erik Sirke, everybody.
Who doggy. And this is also a special episode, not just because our friend Erik is here, who's already strong out of the gate. It's a very special episode because rather than doing new pitches today, we are going to take old pitches that weren't picked, and we're going to all vote on an old one that got passed up to see if we can bring it back today. And we all have our favorites.
Pitches?
We've been leaning on, you can tell in each episode which ones we were leaning towards, and this is our chance for redemption. Redemption. That's a movie right there. Redemption.
That's
my
the
next
name of the
week.
episode, Redemption.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Redemption.
Okay. But next week, I'm pitching that next week already.
It's about a guy named Sean.
Redemption. Yeah. Oh, God.
We should do that one today.
I wish. First Lech Armstrong last week or whatever, and now Redemption. These making them up on the spot are just, it's not good. It's not a smart idea. All right, so does anyone have a strong preference for who wants to go first? I nominate Steven.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say all three at once, just because everybody's heard them, and there's no,
And you're going to give a
real
reason
punchline.
as to why you picked it and everything?
Yeah, and I'm going to give a reason.
Okay.
Okay, so the three that I am nominating are as follows. Number one, Ape Recorder, obviously. The one, what is that? Jane Goodall is just a biopic, whatever, right? And then I really like
what?
Cheap. Jane Goodall's Just Life, her biopic or whatever. And then Cheapskates. Cheapskates is the other one I'm nominating. About inner city kids who all join a rollerblading club or whatever. Then the last one I'm nominating is Tupper Werewolf, and that speaks for itself.
Jeremy, you wanna hit it up next?
Yeah, okay.
Hit it and quit it.
So in descending order of mine, this is kind of a play on one that we did. So the pitch is John Stool spills all of his samples and begins a worldwide plague. He's a scientist, by the way. It's called Stool's Samples, as opposed to Stool Samples as the old pitch.
Nice.
All right. Number two, I think Frequent Flyer Miles sounds hilarious. However, I think it should
right?
it should still be Miles Davis, but instead of just a straight biopic, he's on a plane and slowly discovers everyone on the plane is named Miles. And it's a thriller. You don't know what's gonna happen. Oh my god!
Oh my god! This guy's name is Miles too.
What a coincidence!
I am on the edge of my seat watching this movie.
And my number one pick is a wife who sells Tupperware, and her husband eats it because it's bad and becomes a beast, and it's called Tupper Werewolf.
Oh my
god!
You guys aren't going to believe this. I was already leaning towards Tupper Werewolf. But I'm going to pick something else now, just to get something out there. I did think Tupper Werewolf was funny. All right, I really wanted Bombay City Rollers.
so good.
Oh, yeah.
Bombay City Rollers had a very special place in my heart. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner obviously is my favorite of them all. But Bombay City Rollers, oh man, to get Emilio Estevez back in the action, right? Oh.
Yeah.
And we'd use the Tron Legacy technology to de-age him. Or no, we'd just leave him the way he looks now and just make him play a younger character. I think that's actually better. He could even play his high school self.
That's fine.
He could direct it too. He's a good director now too. I had it all. I didn't really. I'll be honest. I'm talking like I planned it out, but I'm really just talking like I didn't think about this in advance at all. See, this ship writes itself. Oh. In terms of picking one that was a little more, realistic, I decided to just go with bachelor's degree.
We did that one.
Bachelor's degree?
Did we do it?
Yeah,
we
we
did
did
it.
that one with Owen Wilson.
I couldn't remember if
You
we did.
idiot.
I couldn't remember.
Oh my
if we just-
god.
I even thought about this ahead of time, and I was like, "Oh, I think we just started talking about it, and then we were like, oh shit, we shouldn't talk so much about it in case we don't, or in case we do pick it." And then I thought we didn't pick it because all I could remember
No, we
was
totally
Owen Wilson.
did pick it.
God damn. There's
It
too
was
many
directed by
episodes in the
Jon
backlog.
Favreau.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty solid
God,
episode.
Yeah. In my head, that's why I even said earlier, I was only thinking of the Kevin Sorbo one, and
Yeah.
see, I've already forgotten the other one. These episodes, there's so many that still need to be edited. And they're just blurring together in my head. I can't remember any of them. All I can remember is the Kevin Sorbo one now. All right. So I'm still nominating bachelor's degree.
What is
Doing it
what's that
again.
about?
We're just
What-
doing it again.
What is that about?
All right. So you know
Let
what?
You just want
Eric
to give recaps here, you know?
Do. Yeah.
Bachelor's degree is out. Half Gay House is in.
Half gay house?
Is
yeah.
that 3? That's 3 now, I guess.
That's
Um,
three. That's three.
And unofficially Tupper Werewolf. So I have no idea what the
yes.
hell that's going to be about, but the name made me laugh. That's really what did it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, do you want to hear mine?
Eric's turn.
Yes.
Yes.
These are new, though. I just wrote them down. So I wasn't paying
That's
attention
okay.
to anything anybody was saying. Okay.
That's good.
We have, right now, I'm probably your number one fan. Wasn't listening.
And you'll never replace Phil. That guy's legit.
Ooh,
Phil?
Yeah.
he's our fan.
Phil. Phil? Okay. Fills your holes.
Yeah.
God damn.
So many holes.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the worst one. Lost in a Chesterfield. It's like what's that one movie where the guy was, buried alive and he tries to escape? It's just that, but
Called
you're stuck in
Buried
a-
with
Buried,
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it's just that, but you're stuck in a
God,
couch.
I wanted the movie to be called Buried Alive so badly. Right there, because you said, like, oh, what's that movie where the guy's buried alive? I want to say Buried Alive. But they just didn't.
So it's the same movie, but he's in a Chesterfield, Eric.
Yeah, Lost in a Chesterfield. Okay, and the next one.
Did this happen to you, Eric? Is this where this is stemming from real life? Did you fall between the cracks or something?
Where am I right now? Okay, then we have.
Oh, by the way, please send help.
How do you think I could stay in counter? Okay,
Oh,
the
man.
next one is Catcher on the Rye. So
Is he an
it's about
alcoholic bat catcher?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Oh, that's
Exactly what it
amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Holy crap, that's good.
It's like One Mind.
That's so funny.
Okay, and this is the most risque of them all. Okay, ready? Baby Toy Boy.
I'm so lost right now.
It's
Please explain what that is.
It's an underground sort of baby porn ring or something. I don't know.
Is
Read
it,
between
okay,
the lines.
I need this clarified for me right now. Are these kids running their own porn ring? Or are these kids being forced into it?
I think it's the natural sort of progression of like baby geniuses. You know?
Okay.
It's just-
All right. I can get down with that one.
Is this a documentary, Eric? Is that
God,
is that
goo
what this
goo,
is?
you know? Baby toy boy.
Is
You know,
there
Derek said he would volunteer his children. Okay,
Is there-
and then we have
I cannot.
is there an
handle
underground
this right
porn ring in the Chesterfield you're stuck in, Eric? Is this where were you just like shit? I gotta come up with some
let's
pitches.
just say something's touching my leg right now.
Oh,
Okay. And now
Eric, how
The-
scared are you right now?
I'm pretty scared.
On a scale of
I'm-
1 to 10,
I'm-
and throughout the episode, update us using numbers on how scared you are at that point.
Okay,
Eric,
well right
can
now
you
it's
send
like
us
3.
a picture holding a doll showing where you
The
are?
baby touched you.
I got
Show us
nothing.
where the baby touched you, Eric.
Well,
Whew.
it's on my penis. So it's very easy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
we went from
fourth
PG-13 to
fourth
R.
one, the fourth one's the worst one because it's I don't know. I just came up with it now. Okay, it's called Mirror Mirror on the Lamb. So it's like so it's about this very ritzy mirror that's been stolen, but it turns out it has sentience and it actually tried to escape. And then we
Wow.
read more between the lines there. And it's
You're
very
looking
revealing,
in a mirror right now, aren't you?
I am.
All right.
I'm so glad.
So what
this
you're trying to
happened.
what you're trying to say is we should do Tupper Werewolf.
Yes.
Yes, Tupper Werewolf is also a good idea. Is it zip locked on target?
Wait, what?
Zip locked on target.
Oh, that is good. But save the taglines for the end.
Wait,
Save it for later.
Harry, moldy. It's practically Harry, or something like that. Because you can put it in for a while.
Oh, man.
Okay, are we doing Tupper Werewolf?
Yes,
Tupper
we're doing
Werewolf.
Tupper
Let's
Werewolf.
do it.
And that was the
Okay.
pitch.
Yeah. See, I thought
I
you
had
said
to do
old
it.
bitches. I tried to intervene before, be like like a burlesque house, a bunch of MILFs or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
You said we're a bunch of old pitches, but you could say a bunch of
Oh,
old
God.
bitches.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Milk delivery, door-to-door milk delivery. It says milk delivery. Milk delivery.
Oh, God.
Okay, the pitch is over. We're done. We're moving on.
Yeah. I am closing
Who's
the
directing
floor
Tupper
for
Werewolf?
pitches.
Tupper Werewolf. Okay, so who's directing? Yeah, who's directing?
You know what? This has nothing to do with it, but I can't believe I thought that you would keep going episode after episode. I thought for sure you were going to have a pitch that was or something reworked for "Let Me Rub Your Pussy Again," Steven. I thought for sure when you asked us earlier, can we take an existing pitch and rework it with a new idea? I thought for sure you were talking about "Let Me Rub Your Pussy."
Stephen, I'm actually
Matt?
disappointed that didn't come up.
Matt,
I know,
I am
I'm
not
actually kinda
that funny.
So okay, but beyond that, director. So this is this going to be kind of like a
Does it have to be one
comedy,
of us?
a comedy horror movie, or just like a straight up horror movie?
I think like The Burbs, kind of like The Burbs.
Oh my God, I love The Burbs.
Yeah.
That movie's so
So
good.
so that
It's
kind of
insane.
feel.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Cool.
What are the burbs?
I have no idea who
Tom
directed
Hanks.
The Burbs.
No, he didn't
No,
do it.
in it,
his
yeah,
name
but-
was. I got it. It's Joe Dante. He did He did Gremlins, Small Soldiers, Gremlins 2, Inner Space.
Ooh,
The
Small
Burbs.
Soldiers.
This guy's my
Okay,
hero.
wow, that's like amazing.
Yeah.
That's like such a good resume. That's insane. And I've never heard his name before.
I am blown away right now.
Yeah, holy crap! I love all those movies.
he also directed a TV movie called The Greatest Show Ever. So,
Oh,
on,
you-
what?
What?
I'm just looking at the
Oh,
IMDb
shitty.
page.
Oh,
yeah.
this is quite the episode we're getting into. So we're
Okay,
doing
Wow.
This is clearly,
Lost in the
he's clearly the guy.
Chesterfield.
That's going to be the name of the episode, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Lost in the Chesterfield.
Like the Chesterfield. Well, I'm all felt up.
Just a picture of
Oh,
Eric
God.
and his head coming out of a couch.
Yeah, it's like Danny
cushions
DeVito, right?
for pushing.
It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
If we ever film this,
More
Eric is
cushion
going to
for
be
the
in a
pushing.
couch.
That's so good. That's so funny. Damn it, Eric.
You've never
Stop coming up
worn
with
leather
taglines.
like this before.
What did I say, Eric? The pitch is over.
This movie is so fucking good.
So fucking.
Oh God. All right.
Well, that's the Tupper Werewolf could be, let out, and it runs around in a Chesterfield.
Okay. Moving on. The director is
Joe Dante.
totally
Are we,
forgot-
are we using
Joe Dante.
Are we using Joe Dante?
I
Yeah,
also totally
okay.
forgot Bruce Dern was in The Burbs. That's amazing.
What
Oh, yeah,
about Richard
no.
Linklater? Richard Linklater entered to follow the life of this werewolf as it grows up.
This movie isn't about teenagers having sex, Eric. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. We haven't gotten there.
We don't know that. We haven't even got to that point yet.
Yeah. I'm going with Joe Dante. That's my vote.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
down.
I agree.
This guy
I
seems
agree.
he's like the greatest director you've never heard of, it seems like.
Yeah, basically. Okay, who's starring?
Oh, that's tough.
Who is Tupper
Who- yeah.
Werewolf?
Let's just I know we picked Tom Hanks. I say we just bring back the cast of The Burbs. We get Corey Feldman,
Ooh.
right? We get Bruce Dern.
See,
we get
I was
Carrie
gonna
Fisher.
I was gonna say Tommy Lee Jones from Small Soldiers.
Ooh.
Just-
I know
it's
he's
just the
kind of
voice.
old. I know he's
It's
kind
just
of
the
old,
voice of
but
him.
maybe he's
Why
the
don't you-
voice of just the werewolf, and we get another guy to play the dude when he's a man.
I love that. Can it just be his
Will
regular
Smith.
voice, though? I love it. I love it already. That's so funny.
So it's 1950, and he is the first black. The rest of his family's white, right? He's black, and his wife is white, and his kids are white.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Why don't you just
Yeah.
cast a family of people with werewolf syndrome or something?
Because it's called Tupper Werewolf.
Well, yeah. Well, it could just be you have Tupperware parties. Be the exact same thing. It's just it's a family of werewolf syndrome.
We don't want an A plot and a B plot here. We don't branch out. We have an A plot, and that is it. All right? Everything has to be connected. If you want to write a real movie, Eric, you can just hang up that phone right now.
From now on, we should just record the show and make Eric do a commentary track over top.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Just completely separate.
I can't wait for the episode where Eric's hosting it. That's
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Shit is gonna get bananas.
Okay, so
I'm embarrassed I said that.
who's the wife? Who's the wife?
What kind of character do you want to be? Do you want her to be nice, or do you want to be like the bitch wife, or what?
I don't know. She's got to be a super white lady who can sell Tupperware.
Super white lady.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Tippi Hedren.
Sally Field. Wait.
Sally Field is super white. And
No,
we
What
use
did you
the,
say, Eric?
Tippi-
and we use the
Tippi
Tron
Hedren.
Legacy technology on de-aging her, right?
Oh my god.
Yes.
So she looks like Jeff Bridges. The technology to make her look like Jeff Bridges.
You should
Yes.
You should just cast people with animal names like Melanie Griffith.
Is that,
Is that a real suggestion?
Are you thinking of Griffin?
yeah, Melanie Griffith. Yeah,
That's not an animal.
I chose to ignore it, but if you want,
Steven is losing it.
Oh God, I'm
can't
such an
even-
idiot.
I
I feel I'm so embarrassed right now. So I'm on Sally Field's IMDb page. She
Yeah.
was the voice of Sassy in Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I've been going around telling people it was Roseanne all these years.
How dare you?
I know. I'm just like, I'm embarrassed. This has been going on for like 10 years right now. This is a big blow to my psyche right now. I don't even know if I can continue going with this episode. It's like everything is different. I don't live in the world I thought I did. You guys.
Yeah.
It's okay, Matt. It's
Oh.
okay.
I'm sorry. It's just my window's closed, my fan is off. It gets hot in this room. I get a little agitated.
Did Eric actually leave the podcast?
Meow.
Okay. He's...
All right.
The title of this episode should be Steven Laughs for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
God.
For the sake of moving things forward, because I have derailed us. We're all derailed. Well, Jeremy seems to be the one who seems to be on point at this point. Sally Field's the wife. I've declared it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What's the first
Will
thing we
Smith is
see
married
on
to Sally
screen?
Field, and that is it. That is final.
Okay. What's the first thing on screen? What do we see?
I think the camera should be in a thing of Tupperware as it's passed around from, like, housewife to housewife.
Oh, that's
Okay, you're not
cool.
gonna-
Like how...
You're not going to believe
like
this. That was my project in Mark's class for our exploration of space. Was I put a camera
Well,
in Tupperware?
that sounds serendipitous.
I know. It's
Eric,
almost
you
perfect.
were
That's
saying, what were you saying, Eric, there? You were...
Well, what? Why is it a Tupper Werewolf? What does that come into? Like that should be the focus, you know. I think we have to establish that first. Why is it Tupper Werewolf? You know why?
Well,
Because he
the whole-
eats some bad food
whole
that
pitch.
the Tupperware was supposed to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
was
got the
just,
Tupperware from the same magic shop from You've Got to Be Knitting Me.
Yes. Sardo.
No, mister. Accent on the dough. All right, so forget that. That's not happening.
But then, does the werewolf like turn on the moon?
Don't get too far ahead. We're starting opening shot. Camera is in
We
the
are not the-
Tupperware. It's being passed around.
It's 1950 or something
Perry
like that.
Como is playing a song by Perry Como.
Absolutely.
Oh, no, here,
Magic
wait,
moments. Magic
wait. Okay, here we go. So, Tupperware's being passed around. It's 1950. Okay, but you realize there's a bunch of Tupperware and a bunch of food in it, right? And then it's being served. But this one thing of Tupperware gets hit off the side, and it's lodged between something. And then years pass, and then people clean out this house and throw this piece of Tupperware away. And just journeys through until it lands up, at a picnic somewhere. And this is when the guy eats it, and it's already like 50 years old. And this is what happens.
That could work.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like it.
so are we
I like
doing...
it.
Yeah. So it's going to take place in present time then?
Sure.
I guess
Because
so.
if it starts in the 50s at a Tupperware party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should
So-
take place next year. The year is next year, and then it'll always be in the future.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sometime
every
next
year
year.
it gets worse and worse and more rotten because it's like, wow, that's 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's timeless. It's a timeless, and just
Okay,
like Tupperware,
okay.
which should keep things timeless. It's a timeless werewolf. Timeless were, if you will.
More like a wenwolf, am I right?
Oh, I was just about to say it. You beat me to it.
Should
God
should
damn
this
it.
piece of Tupperware then be responsible for like several werewolves throughout American history, right? People keep finding it and some guy keeps, he takes a bite of what's inside and then he becomes a werewolf and people kill him and realize that it was that Tupperware and then reseal it or rehide it or something.
Or wait. Or should this be, rather than being several werewolves, should it create a werewolf somewhere along the line, and then that gets imprisoned and then breaks out years later, like the
Like, is
troll
he-
in...
is
And
he
the
in a
only
giant
thing that can
Tupperware?
contain him is Tupperware?
It's just a giant piece of Tupperware.
Wait. What
That's
if
what the
this
people
werewolf
figure
is
out.
is small? It's like the house hippo, so it actually comes in Tupperware.
It's just a little werewolf.
Yeah.
So he's like a tiny man. Eric, are you talking
Yeah.
about a dog?
Yeah, like a dog. It's perfect because werewolves don't die, so you just ship them around the world, in Tupperware, right?
Oh,
Wait,
man.
wait, hold on. Does the little dog die every once in a while, and then someone puts him in Tupperware, buries him in the backyard, and then every few years somebody else new digs him up again, and he's miraculously alive until he
Yes.
dies again?
Yeah, it's like Cocoon,
Oh, God.
Oh,
All right, so how do we get this back on track?
Okay,
I'm
so
lost.
we have...
I'm lost.
Okay, so we have the Tupperware that's been lodged. How does the person find it and then decide to eat it?
Well, it's just a process, right? So it's like a 1950s sort of, whatever the word is, party. And then, people are like around and there's just so much Tupperware. It could be like a Tupperware thing and then it just lodged in the back of the couch. Of course, it's Tupperware, so it, you don't know. And then years pass, people die or something through mysterious ways. I don't know, whatever.
Oh,
That's
maybe.
the
Oh,
mystery.
guys, maybe whoever it is, they don't eat it. It's just because all the fumes and stuff inside the Tupperware, they open it and it infects them or something.
Okay,
Because
so I was thinking
who
here.
the fuck would
This
would
is
eat that?
this is Will Smith. So this is
Yes.
Hancock 2. This is the sequel. He's homeless again. So that's why when he finds this thing buried, he's drunk in the park, he finds it, opens it up,
yeah.
the fumes hit him. He's now
And it becomes
a
Men in Black
super
4.
angel werewolf, Tupper werewolf. Hancock
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, Tupperware.
He was an angel in
Is it-
Hancock?
Oh yeah, it's awful. It's such a bad. It's
Yeah.
so bad.
Does the Tupperware get lost in a Chesterfield then? Is that what we've done?
And then it goes brought to the dump, right? And then
Yeah, and
somehow
that's
gets
where he
moved from
finds it.
there. Yeah, he's living in the dump now. He's back from
Yeah.
the moon.
He
That's
went
where he
to the
was.
moon.
Remember, he went to the moon. God, the movie sucks.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, at the end of the movie, he writes something on the moon. He writes the heart, the logo for Jason
Oh.
Bateman's. So here we go, because full moon, right? He's back from the moon. It's all connected.
How did I miss that he's an angel?
Because you probably turned it off at that point.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, actually.
The first half of the movie is hilarious, and then it takes this big weird turn where it turns out he and Charlize Theron are angels who have been in love with each other for like the history of time, and whenever they get too close to each other, they lose their powers.
Wait.
Oh, no,
What-
I watched
what
the
is
whole
the-
thing. I just didn't give a shit.
It was awful. It was terrible.
Who plays Crocodile Dundee?
Wait, what?
Oh, that's...
Who plays Crocodile
Did you just
Dundee?
ask if that was the plot to Crocodile Dundee?
No, he said, who plays Crocodile Dundee?
Oh, Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan, yeah. Paul Hogan, the actual Paul Hogan is poor and destitute, and he eats the Tupperware.
So he just eats the Tupperware. There's not even anything in it. He just eats the Tupperware.
Well, you know what I mean. then it's Crocodile Dundee is Tupper Werewolf.
I thought it was Will Smith that was playing this character.
It could be Will Smith, played by Crocodile Dundee.
I'm so lost. I'm so lost.
So confused.
Not as lost as Eric in
All right,
that
so that's the end of
Chesterfield.
Act 1 then.
So this is now somehow Crocodile Dundee 3, Crocodile Dun 3, Tupper Werewolf, and Hancock 2.
Oh,
And
man.
Hancock too.
Full Moon's out tonight.
Oh, man.
Act 1.
I can't handle this. I can't do this.
So Act 1 is a guy
Act-
eats some Tupperware.
Act 1 should be called Nice to Meet You.
Okay. We're gonna try an experiment here. Everything that is said becomes canonical to the story, no matter what you say. It's part of the movie now.
Oh my god.
No going back, and we're gonna recap this. So try and remember everything.
This is definitely a wild card episode.
Yeah, I'm doing a quick recap. This is a story where somehow, I guess, Will Smith, or Hancock, has now become a drunk again and is living at the dump. And he happens to run across Paul Hogan, whose career has completely fallen apart. So now it's Paul Hogan and a fallen angel living at the dump who come across a piece of Tupperware that was from the 1950s that got trapped in a Chesterfield, which then got brought to the dump after years. They both have no food, deciding that eating plastic is better than nothing, decide to eat it, and they become twin werewolves.
Yeah, except Paul Hogan plays Will Smith.
Oh, God. Why did I say everything would be canonical?
Oh, God.
All right.
This is too
So,
good.
all that happens.
As
60 years
Crocodile
pass.
Dundee plays Will
Paul
Smith
Hogan is
as
now living
Hancock.
at the dump, pretending to be Will Smith at the dump. And he eats a piece of Tupperware, turning him into a werewolf. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. And then it turns out that it's the plastic, right, that turns him into a werewolf. So
they have to track the plastic back to the original company. And you found
Exactly.
out, yeah, and you found out that the guy who running the company was also a werewolf.
Yeah, and he goes and shoots up the place, you know.
So, rather than doing any more investigating, Paul Hogan, who's playing Will Smith as Hancock in the Crocodile Dundee threequel and Hancock 2 sequel, rather than investigate, decides to bring a gun and just shoot up a plastics factory.
Right. After they
Okay.
play Knifey Spoony.
He goes for the knife and he goes, "That's not a knife," and then he shoots him and he says, "And neither is this."
Yeah.
Eric,
Nice
keep
to
going.
meet you.
Let your imagination run wild here.
Oh, man.
So what happens after he shoots up this
Yeah.
place? Does he go rob a liquor store as well? He's riding that. He has adrenaline. He's riding that high so much that he's like, I gotta
He
commit
robs a
another
liquor
crime.
store. He robs a liquor store.
No. He
I already
thinks
said
that,
it, it's canonical.
He's so... Okay, fine. He robs a liquor store, and, shoots up that place, too. Might as well. And, at this point, there's no werewolf content yet. We'll get to that later.
Then why did he go to the plastics factory? We said he was searching for the werewolf.
It's revealed later. It's a scene that'll come back. So we
the
don't
audience
know that
because
scene
thinks he
yet.
decided to go to a plastics factory and shoot it up.
We're going to Tarantino it. We're going to
Okay.
Tarantino it. We're going to mix it all
right.
up.
It's Paul Hogan is blackface, right? And then he'll say it's Will Smith, and then he thinks that now he's actually Will Smith, and he goes to Will Smith's house, okay, and tries to steal his girlfriend. And this is when he turns into a werewolf.
So not his wife. He goes to his other house where his girlfriend is living, his mistress, if
Yeah,
you will,
whatever,
and tries to steal her.
Jada is unhappy about this.
Yeah.
He steals his penis home, wherever whoever it may be, and takes her.
What? His penis home?
Did you not read
Okay.
that?
What happens
Yeah,
is
did you not read that article?
Paul Hogan is in blackface, right? And he shows up, and Will Smith is
Yeah.
like, "What?" And you think he's offended, and he says, "You are the best Will Smith impersonator I have ever seen," and he gives him a job.
He gives him a job
And then they make
dating his wife.
MIB4 where Will Smith is cloned.
Wait, what? Say that again.
No,
They make MIB4
Oh, I love it.
where someone clones
Yeah,
Will
I love
Smith.
it.
okay,
then-
but the reason
now-
he needs Paul Hogan, is because he's sick of Jada Pinkett, and so he's gonna go with his new girlfriend, and he gives Paul Hogan Jada Pinkett,
Oh, that's good.
just letting him impersonate
Yeah, that's good.
as
There
a
we
Tupper
go.
werewolf.
And he runs off with Tommy Lee Jones.
But then you find out Will Smith was actually a werewolf too, so that's why Jada Pinkett never
Oh
noticed
my
it.
God.
She
It
was
just
like, well,
worked
then
out.
How many werewolves
just
could there
worked
be?
out.
This has to be my husband, right?
It turns
Right,
out that
exactly.
all black people are werewolves.
Oh God!
So that's the end of Act 2.
All right,
Okay.
let's.
Okay. What happens is when he opens the Tupperware, right? It's because it's so moldy. He sneezes, and the spores of this mold go into his brain, and that's what turns him into a werewolf. Because they begin to like grow out of his eyes and everything. He looks all fuzzy, but it's actually this bacteria, this fungus. But he looks like a werewolf. This type of werewolf. And the only way to combat him is to seal him up in a giant Tupperware thing. And blow him up with nuclear bombs or something. I don't know.
What if we just find out that when Will Smith gets infected, he just turns into Tommy Lee Jones? That's his werewolf.
There we go.
Yes.
And that's how they make the Men in Black movies, is that he just, half the scenes are filmed when he's Will Smith, and then every full moon they film the Tommy Lee Jones scenes. I like to think that's how Men in Black was made.
And that is, it's
You
canonical.
know,
sounds right.
riding on the back of a Tupper werewolf.
Oh my god. I don't understand this movie at all.
That's the point. We said it. This one was just going to run wild. All right, so what happens?
Oh god.
Paul Hogan is now living with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
Will Smith leaves with his girlfriend.
Okay, at this point, Paul Hogan can no longer wear clothes. So he's now naked all the time.
Okay, so are we going to leave him with his old man body, or does he have to get in shape before this starts?
We'll just like throw glue and just put like hair all over.
And we'll just
you know,
and we'll
it
just
doesn't
draw
matter.
abs on him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So he's naked. What does that? What happens
Yeah.
from there, Eric?
Well, he because he's still a werewolf, he begins to like hang around with dogs. He begins to cheat on with this girl with some dog, and she'll bring him home, bring this dog home, and then
Oh, I've got it, guys.
No.
I've got it. What happens is, to end the movie, because this is just getting craziness, or at least end it before the sequel, where he goes over to Will Smith and his girlfriend's place, and he's like, man, I need a place to crash. Jada's also driving me crazy. He's like, oh yeah, you can sleep on my couch. And so Paul Hogan slips into his Chesterfield, and now he's lost.
Crocodile Dundee 4.
Guys, this should just
Lost in a Chesterfield.
Guys, this should just be called Crocodile Dundee 4, the real story of Crocodile Dundee.
So he was really just some guy.
Crocodile Dundee 4, the real story of Crocodile Dundee 3.
So it was just some guy
the screen,
who really just got
the
trapped.
screen goes black, and then it comes up and says, this actually happened.
well, because it's just Paul Hogan just really drunk. He just imagines it all.
He's not even a werewolf.
No, he just drunk.
He just
like,
wakes
in a
up,
dog
and he's
park,
like,
just, licked
crikey,
by a
and then he
dog.
goes about his
you know.
day.
So the very
Yeah.
final scene, he just wakes up drunk, naked, on Will Smith's couch with a bunch of hair glued to him. That is the final scene.
Yeah, and Will Smith is laughing at it because he's all like Frank.
Can the last line of the movie be, Will Smith looks at him, and he's just like, man, that was some good shit, and then the movie ends.
And
Oh.
yeah, and then during the credit you can see him walking Paul Hogan, and Paul Hogan poos.
Oh, God damn it.
And so ends Tupper Werewolf.
All right, I'm going to try and recap the whole thing right now.
Okay,
Okay,
go
do
for it,
it.
Matt.
This is going to be so tough, but help me out as I go along. In the 1950s, during a Tupperware party, a piece of Tupperware gets trapped in a couch. 60 years later, after the couch has been thrown out, ends up in a dump, disintegrates the Tupperware container because of its long-lasting, capabilities, it's still there. A drunk, homeless, black-faced Paul Hogan, pretending to be Will Smith in a dump, finds a Tupperware container, decides to eat it for whatever reason, turning him into a werewolf.
Eat the whole Tupperware container.
After that,
Not the contents,
remember,
but the whole
this
thing.
hasn't happened yet, because this happens in the middle of the movie.
Okay.
Oh,
Really what happens is, the
this
first
is why
scene
he
is
eats the
Paul
Tupperware.
Hogan.
This is why.
Wait, first scene is Paul Hogan
This is
walking
why.
into a
Wait,
plastics
wait, wait,
factory
wait.
and
This-
shooting
no,
a
no.
bunch of people.
Wait. This is why he eats the Tupperware, because he thinks it'll make him fresh prince.
Oh, God. Right. So after the Tupperware, it
Oh,
skips
man.
from the Tupperware party to Paul Hogan shooting a bunch of people in a plastics factory.
And then robbing.
Riding that high, he then decides to go to a liquor store and rob that as well, and probably shoots the clerk. Afterwards, he drives out to what I'm guessing is Bel Air,
To Will Smith's
and goes to Will Smith's other house, where not Jada Pinkett lives, but his girlfriend. When he
But
opens
his
the door,
girlfriend.
Will Smith thinks that he's the best Will Smith impersonator he's ever seen. So hires him to live with Jada Pinkett Smith because he's so tired of her. After living with her for a while, he decides he hates Jada Pinkett as well and goes back to Will Smith at his girlfriend's house and says, hey, I can't live with her anymore either. There's probably something I'm missing, but this is when you realize that he wakes up in the morning drunk, naked, abs drawn on him, because I guess he wanted to look good naked, with a bunch of fur glued to him,
Yeah.
with Will Smith saying,
Oh, it's Will Smith's, like pubes.
God, so he shaved off Will Smith's pubes.
Oh,
He's been
also,
saving them for years.
When Paul Hogan goes to Will Smith, says, I can't deal with this person anymore. Will Smith says, what? I thought you liked bitches.
I was waiting for a bitch joke to come in. I was hoping we could make it through the episode. What was the line, Jeremy? Will Smith says,
Damn, that was some good shit.
Man, that was
Good
some
shit.
good shit. End of
cut
movie.
to black. Paul
Which
Hogan
causes
then
Paul
takes a
Hogan
dump
to
while
poop.
being walked like a dog.
By Will Smith.
The title now being
Holy.
Crocodile Dundee 4, the actual story of Crocodile Dundee 3 / Hancock 2 : Tupper Werewolf.
Tupper Werewolf.
Is that sound about right? Was that a
Yeah,
good?
yes.
I think I got it pretty well.
Yeah,
I
you
think
did,
you got
actually.
it, yeah.
All right, so
We
Except
can
for you
make it
missed
right now,
out the
because
Tommy
you
Lee
found
Jones
footage.
part.
we had a B plot.
Oh my god.
Our single B plot. It was more like a movie trivia than it was an actual part of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You then find out.
Can we just make a joke?
You then find out that Will Smith was also a werewolf, but whenever a full moon hits, he actually just turns into Tommy Lee Jones, and that's how they filmed the Men in Black movies.
Yes.
Can the B plot just be about a beekeeper?
Oh, God. Tagline. We're going to the tagline. We've said quite a few so far.
Tagline. That's some good shit.
So also, obviously, since it's been mentioned, Tupper Werewolf, Fresh
Let me
Prince,
rub your
right?
pussy.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah. Yeah.
Locked in freshness or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Tupper
I like Fresh
Werewolf.
Prince.
This movie's already stale.
Fresh Prince is the best.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince is the best tagline.
Yeah, because
Fresh Prince.
Wolf Prince, right? Like dog,
Like
you know,
Paw
like
Prince.
Animal Prince, also
Yeah.
Fresh Prince just makes the most sense. So let me say it one more
And
time.
Fresh
Yeah.
Tupper
Crocodile
Werewolf. Yeah.
Dundee 4, the actual story of Crocodile
actual
Dundee
story.
3 / Hancock 2
/
:
Hancock
Tupper
2.
Werewolf, tagline Fresh Prince. And that was the most disjointed weird as shit, all over the place, batshit crazy episode of two Idahoan potato farmers. And I think
Oh, man.
if anything should happen right now, Eric, please take a bow for making it all happen. I'm going to
would, but he's
assume
stuck on
I'm
that
going to take a
couch.
he
shower.
did. But, if he wasn't trapped in a couch right now, he would. A Chesterfield. I mean.
Okay, I'm out of
So
here.
if anyone made it through that, congratulations. You are now dumber for having listened to it.